Now let's come to which are the best areas to invest in Mumbai.
Invest in your neighborhood.
What do you mean by that?
If you're from Andheri, invest somewhere in Andheri.
Okay.
Don't invest in far off place unless you are experienced. I always say that you know your micro market more than anyone else.
Yeah.
So if you are comfortable, you know that you can manage that property, you know that you can sell that property, you know that you can reach there in a minute's distance. That's how I would tell you to invest. Now, if you are looking at a land investment, then I would tell you go outside of the city. Go in a place wherever the infrastructure is building. You have to keep a close eye on where the government is spending money. You have to keep an eye on where the top developers are going, where the top entrepreneurs or the conglomerates and the honchos, the richest of the country are putting their money. They usually have more information than you and me as a common man have. So if you can't get access to that information, at least you can get access to the publicly available information and see where they are investing. And you can buy somewhere nearby. But once again, investment is in land, investment in real estate where the infrastructure is coming. Say a new airport or the new this Atal Setu was built. Then you have seen the Kolaba stretch complete ceiling being made. We have the future within the city coming of the Sea Link. They're adding it in Bandra, they're adding it in Juhu, they're adding it in Malad. So all of these infrastructure, if you follow, you can invest around that area. Coming back to the land aspect, it takes time. All of these infrastructures that I've spoken about, which are even coming in the city, it takes a decade, 15 years for it to come. If you go to see the original Sea Link, which connected Bandra to Worli, was opened up back in 2009. The next one, the extension from Worli to Nepean Sea Road and going forward all the way till there, took another 13 years to be made. I think it opened up in 2023, 24. So it took another 13 years to be made. So imagine the same set to happen again for the remaining aspects.
But once that is built, then the capital appreciation is exponential, right?
2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, it depends on your luck, depends on how you invested. If you have a sea-facing property, say in Mud Island, and your the exit and the entry point are maybe half a kilometer, 500 meters a kilometer away, then you will see exponential growth. If you are maybe 5 kilometers away, you might not see as much. Maybe you might see 3x. So it all depends. Now, maybe if that specific area, which is 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers away, suddenly becomes the home for the uber rich, then you will see 10x returns. So it is all very subjective. You cannot and you should not predict the future, but you can always make your calculated risks.
But yeah, when you said you should invest in your neighborhood, that makes so much sense because I have a very clear understanding of Andheri West as a locality because I've been staying here for a very long time and I understand this space better. And because my friends also stay here, we know what is the condition of which building, what is the, in fact, something as trivial as the pigeon problem is also quite known to me because I've been staying in Andheri West for a very long time. So that makes so much sense. And even when it comes to Malad West, we know which are the best buildings, which buildings are not doing very well, where there's a hygiene problem, where does the kachra wala truck stand, so you don't have to stay over there. So that makes it very, very clear. So you're saying that investing in the neighborhood is far better as compared to looking out for the next big jackpot across the city.
Yeah, you want your real estate to be in front of your eyes. Unless you are a seasoned investor, that's the only time. Now you're saying you know Andheri West. How long have you stayed in Andheri West?
Just 2 years.
Between Andheri West and Malad West, you spent 2 years.
Yeah.
And within this 24 months, you have got a very good idea about the real estate aspect. Because you're obviously naturally inquisitive to know. You walk around, you drive around, you look at the building, you look at the shops, you see the malls, you see this. Then you suddenly realize, okay, fine. Or a Serenity, let's take an example of that. From a location aspect, the mall is opposite. It's on a main link road. You have commercial downstairs, you have residential upstairs. It's got multiple amenities. Anything and everything that you want, you can get down.
Correct.
What other positives that you can think from that property itself?
The amenities are in-house.
Now tell me one thing. If you were not able to afford a home in Aurus Serenity, let's take an example you want to buy. It's considered to be a luxury, one of the most luxurious building and complexes in that area. If you were willing to compromise within your budget, you want a property, where would you want to go?
I would just take a 2 BHK apartment in the same building.
There you go. You don't want to move. Now say that 2 BHK apartment is not affordable for you. Where would you want to go?
Then I would probably go to Marina Enclave, which is far away from there.
Because of?
Because it is cheaper.
Do you get any views? Do you get any... Is your lifestyle changed?
Yes, drastically.
How?
That building, if I'm not wrong, doesn't have as many amenities as Aurus does. Like you said, the mall is not close by. You'll have to go through a very big patch of traffic, which makes it extremely exhaustive. And you are far away from the city. So if you have any work to do in Andheri West, it will take you anywhere close to 40-45 minutes on a bad day. Even on a good day, it will take you 20 to 25 minutes. Anything that has to do with work is going to be in Andheri West or Bandra or Juhu. So it will take you the entire day. Even if you just take one trip, you will have exhausted your entire day. So it's just extremely time. Social circle will also be a problem. I'm thinking about it only from a business standpoint because I'm assuming that that'll be the primary priority if I'm not able to afford a house. And if I'm not able to afford a house, then I will be in a circle which is also not able to afford the house. So I'm assuming they'll be in the same building.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a scenario based on what you've mentioned to me. Say if I get you an apartment, maybe 300 meters away from Aurus Serenity, which might not be, I'm not sure, Aurus Serenity must be around 800, 750 square feet, 2-bedroom apartment. Say if I get you a 2-bedroom apartment, 200 to 300 to max 500 meters away, within the same micro market, within the same 5 lanes, a 1 kilometer radius of Aurus Serenity, which is 20 years old, decent size building, 850 square feet, 2-bedroom apartment. You get 1 car parking. It's a 7th floor or a 12th floor building. You're on the 5th, 6th, 7th floor, 2-bedroom apartment, 3 neighbors, 4 apartments on 1 floor, for a price which is 25% below what Aurus Serenity is. Would you want to stay there or would you want to stay at Marina Enclave, which is very close to that mud island?
Stay in that place that you just mentioned.
Correct? You're willing to compromise? Doesn't that make more sense to be within the same neighborhood? You are investing in your neighborhood. The only difference is you're compromising. But you're compromising on what?
Compromising on actually nothing, because from all the amenities that you just mentioned and all the facilities that you mentioned, it doesn't look like a compromise at all. We're just compromising on the fact that it's just not Aurus and it's a little far away. That's all.
So it's a mind frame.
Got it.
That's what I tell most of the people also.
So you're saying that if I have to invest in a particular neighborhood, I have to put myself into the shoes of the masses and try and understand what would they be willing to compromise and what would they value.
What is personal to you? What is important to you? You should come in with a checklist and you have to figure out what does that checklist work for you. Are the amenities important for you? Then you have to pay more money. Are you willing to compromise on it? Are you willing to take a membership of a club? Goregaon Club is the Gymkhana is there. I forgot the name of the Gymkhana. It's diagonally opposite. Go become a member. It's affordable. So there are ways that you can compromise on it. Now, but this is a scenario where you are going to stay in that apartment. Now, if you were to invest in that apartment, you have an X amount of money. Then I would suggest you to go into a building which is coming under construction in that area, which is getting launched in that area. Aurus Serenity, I do not have the exact prices, but I can tell you, I'll give you an example in Khar West. There was a property, this was launched just around 2021, 2022. This is on SV Road, corner building by one of the reputed developers of that area, launched and sold a property at 50,000 rupees per square feet in Khar, Santa Cruz. All inclusive, which means the landed cost after deducting taxes would be anywhere between 43 to 44,000 rupees per square feet. The gentleman who bought it found value in it and he bought a 3,000 square feet house. Now, this is in the dead of COVID. The minimum he's looking at is now, if he wants to sell it, the bare minimum at a penthouse with a private terrace and everything else is looking at 90,000 rupees per square feet. This is 3 years. The same scenario, no, not 3 years, 4 years. The same scenario can be replicated in Malad area also. It's just that the percentage will remain the same. The money that you're getting may change because the investment you're doing is lesser.
Got it. Understood. So, long story short, invest in your own neighborhood, look for a trusted developer, and if you invest at the time of launch and if you sell it during possession, you can expect a 50% uptick in your investment.
Follow the infrastructure.
Okay, got it. Hi guys, if you loved watching this clip and if you want to do a deep dive into the podcast, we've mentioned the link in the description. So click that link, watch that podcast and take notes. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more clips.